Today, we are going to be talking about nurses who bully other nurses, which exists and is some total... Oh, Dixon. Okay, so now we are comfortably on the floor in mine and Corey's bedroom, and you can see the blankets and box that I need to get off our dresser. Disregard. But let's talk about some nurse bullying stuff because this happens way too much. This is not just a new grad and experienced nurse issue. This is an issue for all nurses. I feel like it's almost inevitable that you walk into somebody that's just like not kind as a nurse. Whether you're a new grad nurse or a very experienced nurse, I have no doubt that you've struggled with someone being kind of like not cool and totally super lame in the way that they treated you. So as a new grad, I have not experienced much nurse bullying in terms of like the coworkers I have and the people that I work with on a day-to-day basis. I really don't have anything to complain about. Everyone has like their own stuff and people will have different attitudes at times. And I'm just a sensitive person, so I might pick up on that. But I am also very aware that people go through all of their own stuff and this is not a me thing, this is a them thing. So I try to keep my work environment as like light and happy and fun as I possibly can, working in like a not so light, happy, fun job all the time. In terms of bullying, I can't say that I've experienced much from any of my coworkers or anything like that. But I have experienced it, and not because I'm a new nurse, but because people can be mean. People can be so mean for no reason. For example, I was calling report on a very, very sick patient who is being transferred from us to another ICU. And I called to give report. They answered and said, "Can you call back in 10 minutes? She's right in the middle of something." Yes, I will do you the courtesy of calling you back in 10 minutes. I understand. I too get busy. I called back 10 minutes later. She still was not available and I needed to go tend to the rest of the patients I had and couldn't keep calling back every 10 minutes to call report. It is my responsibility to get this report to that nurse, but she also has a responsibility to take report from me. So I said, okay, have her call me back when she can call me back. If not, I'll try again as soon as I can. I ended up having someone come into the room. Things happened. I lost track of time because I had patients to take care of, which is my job. And I guess 30 minutes go by. I go to call report and she answers the phone. I said, "Hey, this is so-and-so here in this ER. I'm calling to your report about so-and-so coming to your ICU." She said,
"That's not how this works."
And I was like, what? She said, "The patient is already here." I was like, okay.
Like, you're supposed to call report before the patient leaves.
And I was like, ma'am, with all due respect, I tried calling you twice and you didn't answer. I work in a busy ER. I had patients to take care of that I could not step away from to continue to call you. I told the charge nurse to have you call me when you are available. Unfortunately, you did not become available before right now. So you not calling me back and you not answering the phone really isn't my fault. I am happy to give you a report on this critically ill patient, or I will not give you a report and you can just read what you have and go off of that. And I apologized. I said something to the effect of, "I'm sorry this didn't go the way that it normally should or the way that we would like it to. However, I did my job in attempting to contact you, and unfortunately that contact wasn't made before right now. Ultimately, we can't sit here on the phone and argue. I can give you reports so you can know what is going on with this person or not. If you don't want that, then that's fine."
She was like, "Fine, I'll take report."
I ended up giving her a very good, if I do say so myself, report on this patient, and she asked all sorts of questions, all of which I had the answer to. Like, it was a very good conversation from that point on. But the way she answered was so standoffish, which, don't get me wrong, I understand. I would also be upset, but she knew a patient was coming and she knew I was trying to call report. And there's only so much I can do. When the patient leaves, transport comes to get them and take them away to you. And there's not much that I can do once that process happens. Like, I can't say, "Stop transport, don't take the patient, let me call report first." It doesn't work that way. So I think in terms of, again, coworkers, I have a pretty decent relationship with and don't necessarily have any issues with nurse bullying. But it's always with other nurses or other floors, different places that seem to have more of an issue. And it's not everybody, it's not a specific floor. Unless I'm calling a report to another ER, sometimes there's some like, not so happy people on the other end of the phone, which is fine. You're allowed to have bad days, you're allowed to have those feelings. You're entitled to all the emotions that you're feeling or your frustration with your current situation. I just think that we need a little reminder to be kind to each other whenever the opportunity presents itself. I figured we could get up and talk a little bit more over here. So ultimately, I really wanted to post this video so we could kind of like be nicer to each other a little bit in giving report, getting report, and sometimes you're just gonna have mean, not cool people who are mean and not cool in the entirety of their lives, and it has nothing to do with you or who you are as a nurse. I share that story about giving a report not because I think that she was a mean person, but she was probably having a hard day and upset that she got a critically ill patient without report, which is justifiable. Her taking her anger out on me was misdirected because I did what I was supposed to do and we just couldn't connect prior. We all struggle at some point dealing with a nurse that like isn't the kindest or isn't the most friendly person that we want to deal with. And I find that killing them with kindness is the only thing that you can do to really make the situation worth getting through. And just being as understanding as you can to their situation, why they may feel that way. They might be having a bad day. All of that's good. If you keep your happy, positive attitude and go into work like expecting to treat people with kindness, that is what matters. So really, if you are struggling with like mean nurses or any sort of nurse bullying, there are definitely things you can do. If you're actually being bullied at work and really struggling with like what to do, you can always talk to that person and maybe get an understanding of why they are acting or treating you the way that they are and kind of squash it there. If that doesn't work and you can't talk to them or you don't feel like you can confront somebody for the things that they're saying, you always have higher ups to communicate with. You always have your charge nurse, your nurse managers, and even higher than that if you need to go there. There are definitely always resources that are available to you, so use them because your work time should not be something that's miserable for you. Yeah, that's kind of like my little take on nurses and nurse bullying and being they're young and all of those things. So that will finish off today's video, my friends. If you stayed to the end, thank you so much. You rock. Go ahead and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Have you experienced this at work? Do you deal with the same things? What coping skills and words do you use that kind of help you get through interactions with less than pleasant people? What advice do you have for other people? Also, if you're feeling it, let me know what you want to see more of. I love making these videos, but I want to make sure that they're geared towards what you're interested in and what you guys kind of want to like stick around and see. So yeah, while you're there, like and subscribe, and I will see you beautiful people in my next video.